Top stories: renewed violence at Sasolburg and North Korea confirms plans for a third nuclear test. Good morning, I'm Vabakshni Chetty. A construction site has been set alight and a house stoned in Sasolburg in the northern Free State. It's believed to be in connection with the recent violent protest action at Zamdela Township. Residents went on a 3-day rampage in opposition to the merger of two municipalities, Metsimaholo and Ngwate. 4 people have died, 9 others have been injured, and more than 250 arrested since the violence broke out on Sunday. Police spokesperson Peter Kareli.
For now, it is the construction site at Amelia that was set alight, and the police visibility is still going to be maintained until we are satisfied that everything is legal. And even now, our members are still busy collecting more of the things that were looted.
Bus commuters in parts of Port Elizabeth have been left stranded as drivers down tools over the suspension of 2 shop stewards by Algoa Bus Company. The industrial action apparently started yesterday afternoon, forcing workers and learners from Motherwell and New Brighton to resort to minibus taxis. Insiders say bus drivers in Struandale and Motherwell depots are angry over the suspension of the 2 union officials on Tuesday over alleged disloyalty. Attempts to get comment from the company have so far been unsuccessful. 2 people have been killed and 12 others injured in an accident involving 4 vehicles on the Higginson Highway in Chatsworth, south of Durban. Operations Director of Rescue Care and Ambulance Services, Gareth Jameson.
Paramedics were called to the Higginson Highway by Bayview off-ramp for a 4-car pileup involving a taxi. And when paramedics arrived, they found 2 patients still entrapped in the taxi. However, they had died due to the injuries sustained. Patients on the accident scene, which were stabilized on scene before being transported to various hospitals for further care.
The United Nations Development Programme in Mozambique has collaborated with the Mozambican government to assist in the evacuation of residents affected by the heavy rains in that country. At least 40 people have so far been killed since the start of the rainy season. Mozambican authorities say they have evacuated about 3,000 families affected by floods to higher ground since Wednesday. Sipiwe Ngelo has more.
An estimated 55,000 people are reported to be in immediate danger from the rising water levels in Mozambique. UNDP's humanitarian coordinating officer in Mozambique, Casimiro Sande, says the flooding is caused by the high rainfall recorded in South Africa and other countries as Mozambique is in a downstream. Sande says they are busy evacuating thousands of people affected to higher ground neighboring areas. The southern center of the country are on red alert after experiencing the heaviest rainfall seen. The Mozambican government has already set up accommodation centers across the country and more than 8,000 people have been accommodated. Sipiwe Ngelo, SABC News, Nelspruit.
Executive Director of IDASA, Paul Graham, says the voices of children should not be silenced when they give their opinions. He was reacting to the outcry over the FNB ad, which showed young South Africans expressing their view about challenges they face. The ANC says the ad is too critical of government, but Graham says that young people have a democratic right to express their views on politics as much as anyone else.
No one should accuse them of treason, and even if young people say something which older people think is naive, they should listen carefully to what is said. If I was the ANC, I would be listening very carefully.
On the international front now, North Korea has confirmed that it's proceeding with plans for a third nuclear test and more long-range rocket launches in response to the recent tightening of United Nations sanctions against it. The National Defense Commission says it's not seeking to hide the fact that various satellites and long-range rockets tests that was carried out were being done with Pyongyang's principle aimed with the United States in mind, rather. The BBC's Lucy Williamson reports.
North Korea has confirmed it will carry out what it calls a high-level nuclear test with the United States in mind. The confirmation by the North's Defense Commission comes after the UN Security Council passed a new resolution expanding sanctions against North Korea in the wake of its long-range rocket launch last month. The North State News Agency gave no date for the test, but described it as high level. That may indicate Pyongyang's intention to carry out its first test of a newer uranium-based nuclear program, which was revealed to US scientists in 2010.